Welcome back. It's crunch time for a campaign, especially in the battleground state of Virginia. One America's Amanda House brings us this exclusive interview with GOP Senate candidate Ed Gillespie.
One America hits the road, stopping by Ed Gillespie's headquarters in Lorton, Virginia. The former Republican Party chair faces incumbent Democrat Mark Warner in what some are calling one of this midterm's more underrated races. From the start, it was clear to political observers this was going to be an uphill battle. Senator Warner is a popular former governor who brands himself as a moderate, willing to reach across the aisle.
Mark Warner brings people together.
Endorsed by 600 Virginia leaders, including 300 Republicans and independents. Mark Warner.
He brings people together from both sides of the aisle.
He's about getting results, and I'm a Republican.
But Gillespie posed a nice challenge for Warner. He's a high-powered political operative who's made a career packing his Rolodex with big GOP names, with even bigger wallets. Yet, reports say he's had problems raking in campaign cash. Last week, those budget woes forced Gillespie's campaign off the air, with not enough funds to air ads for almost a week. I asked Gillespie about his campaign's finances and whether he has enough resources to combat Warner's political ad blitz.
I don't mean this naively. We haven't faced any hurdles. We have been able to raise about $2 million a quarter since we've gotten into this campaign. The money's continuing to come. We have a message that resonates in every corner of the Commonwealth and every segment of the electorate. So I haven't really had many surprises or disappointments along the way. It's a campaign that's been very enjoyable.
While Gillespie remains positive, Mark Warner had a roughly 4-to-1 financial advantage heading into these final weeks. Without a last-minute influx of cash, Gillespie will find it difficult to match his opponent. Another challenge Gillespie faces is changing demographics. The state has a history of Republican politics, but in recent years, the electorate in both the Washington, D.C. suburbs and southeastern Hampton Roads area has become increasingly more Democratic. Gillespie believes, however, that due to Obama-Warner politics, this swing state is swinging back to the right. One issue that could really send the pendulum swinging toward Gillespie involves a growing controversy. The FBI is currently investigating claims that Warner played politics with a federal judgeship, a political move designed to guarantee the expansion of Obamacare in Virginia. While the alleged plan fell through, Gillespie wants all Virginians to see who Mark Warner has become.
Washington's changed Mark Warner, and it's deeply troubling. It reflects the fact that he's not the independent voice he said he'd be, voting 97% of the time with the president. And the truth is we need to change Washington, and that's what my campaign is about.
You mentioned changing Washington, but some of your critics are calling you a D.C. insider.
Well, I think my experience at the highest levels of Capitol Hill and as a counselor to the president working in the White House, my experience in the private sector will make me an effective senator for my fellow Virginians on day one. And that's important because we don't have any time to waste. It's getting late, but it's not too late yet to turn things around. And I could hit the ground running.
Another big issue in Virginia is the military. What are your thoughts on President Obama's handling of our military involvement abroad, foreign policy in general?
Well, the president, his own approach to national security foreign policy has been described by the White House themselves as one of leading from behind. And there's another word for that, and that word is following. And when the United States recedes from a leadership role in the world becomes a more dangerous, less stable place. President Obama, with Mark Warner's support, has slashed nearly $1 trillion from our military and weakened us in terms of our national security. And if I'm fortunate enough to be elected senator in November, I will seek a seat on the Senate Armed Services Committee. And I would restore those random, arbitrary, deep, and dangerous cuts to our military if I'm elected to the United States Senate.
That kind of talk will resonate in Virginia, but will it be enough for Gillespie in his uphill climb to beat Warner? Amanda House, One America News, Virginia.